So welcome in this video, and in this video we want to do one of the examples that we can apply multiplication of matrices and also the inverse to solve some problems. So in this video we are going to work out if we have matrix A as -2, 1, 4 and 2, B as 1, 1, -2 and 2, we can work out the value of A squared and B inverse, or B raised to -1. So the first step is going to be very easy. We are going to find the value of A squared, and A squared means A times A, and therefore A squared is the same as A multiplied by A. So we are going to multiply A by itself. So what is the value of A? A is given as -2, 1, 4, 2, and we multiply that by the same matrix, which is -2, 1, 4, 2, and of course we can multiply the first row with the first column here, and we add the respective elements. We have done that before, so that's going to be equal to -2 multiplied by -2 is 4. 4, we add that to 4 is going to be 8, and then -2, we add that to 2 is 0, because we are going to multiply -2 multiplied by 1, and then we add that to 2 multiplied by 1, which is 0, and then you have 4 multiplied by -2 is -8, 4 multiplied by 2 is 8, and if we add that we get 0, and finally we have 4 multiplied by 1 is 4 multiplied by 1 is 4, and 2 multiplied by 2 is 4, 4 plus 4 is 8, and that becomes the solution of A squared. So we can now work for B inverse. So we are going to find the inverse of B. The moment we get the inverse of B, then we can multiply this solution and the solution that we are going to get in just a moment. So let me use this room over here. So B inverse, we have B is equals to 1, -2, 1, 2, and to find B inverse, that's the question mark, we first must find the determinant of that matrix, because we know for you to find the inverse of a given matrix, you must find the determinant first. So let us do that. So the determinant of this matrix is going to be the leading diagonal. We multiply the leading diagonal elements, and so determinant that is going to be 1 multiplied by 2, we minus 1 multiplied by -2, and that's going to be 2 minus 2, which is equals to 4. So now that we have the determinant, we are ready to work out for the inverse. So the inverse of this one is going to be B inverse is going to be 1 over the determinant. We multiply that by our matrix, but the matrix will be written in such a way that this leading diagonal, we interchange the elements. That is going to be 2, and this is going to be 1 here, and then for this secondary diagonal, we change the signs. 1 is going to become -1, and -2 is going to be 2. And if we simplify this, it's going to be 1 over 4 multiplied by 2 is a half. 1 over 4 multiplied by 2 again is a half, and this is going to be -1 over 4, and this one is going to be 1 over 4. And now that becomes B inverse. So finally, we were supposed to solve for A squared multiplied by B inverse. So we're going to take this solution that we got right here for A squared, and we multiply that by our B inverse. Let's do that very fast. So we're going to have 8, 0, 0, 8, and we multiply that by our inverse, which is, we multiply that by a half, -1 over 4, and 1 over 4. So if we multiply very fast, what do we get? So this is going to be 4. We add to 0 is 4. And this is going to be 4 again. We add to 0 is 4. Of course, if we have this is 0 and we multiply, we add that to this one is going to be negative a quarter. We multiply by 8 is negative 2. And finally, we're going to have 0. We add that to 2 is 2. So that becomes our solution. So the value of a squared multiplied by b inverse will be given by this matrix here. So what have we learned? That if you have a matrix A and a matrix B, and you are supposed to solve for a squared and multiply by b inverse, you must first start working out the square of A. The square of A means A multiplied by A. So we're going to multiply matrix A multiplied by itself. So we're going to multiply A by itself, and the solution for that is right here. And then we are supposed to find B inverse, the inverse of B. To find the inverse, first of all, we must find the determinant, which we found as 4. And then after you find the determinant, you can proceed to find the inverse. How do you find the inverse? The inverse is found by finding the reciprocal of the determinant, and then you interchange the elements for the leading diagonal, right, as I did it, and you change the signs for the secondary diagonal, and the inverse is right here. And now finally, we are supposed to work out a squared multiplied by b inverse. After multiplying, that becomes the solution of our problem. And that's how it's done. In our next video, we are going to also work out some examples involving how to apply matrices to solve linear equations.